up, people? Jade up here with my WrestleMania 27 review video. Going to be giving you guys match results, highlights of the night, and also my thoughts and opinions on everything that occurred at the grandest stage of them all. Make sure you rate this video thumbs up. Also, share with me your comments on the show down in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. We started out the show with The Rock, the host of WrestleMania 27, coming down to the ring, and he cuts a promo. And of course, The Rock is great on the mic. This promo was great, just as every single promo The Rock has ever given was great. And one of the lines out of the promo, he tells the crowd he promises that this will be the most memorable WrestleMania in history. And of course, we all know how The Rock is when it comes to him and his promises, so we'll see if he lived up to that as the night rolls on. On to the first match of the night. It was the World Heavyweight Championship match. Alberto Del Rio, the winner of the 2011 Royal Rumble match, versus the champion Edge. Going into this match, I thought it was a foregone conclusion that Alberto Del Rio was going to win it. I mean, this guy is basically a rookie in WWE, and he has one of the big matches at this year's WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. He had the momentum going into his favor so heavily. Everything was going right for him. I was just like, there's no question about it. Alberto Del Rio is walking out of WrestleMania 27 as the World Heavyweight Champion, but to my surprise, Edge actually retained his championship. And on the build-up for this match, after everything was said and done for the build-up of this match, I looked back on it and I realized that I actually had underrated it, because there was a big difference from the build-up with Alberto Del Rio and the other big matches at WrestleMania, like Triple H versus The Undertaker and also Miz versus John Cena. The difference with this build-up was that a significant part of the story was actually told in the ring with matches, and also the integration of Christian into this feud, it just made it all the more better. So I really enjoyed it and I was looking forward to this match, and these guys really put on a show. It was a pretty good match, a lot of good moments. The people that were outside of the ring, Christian, Ricardo Rodriguez, and Brodus Clay, during various points in the match, they all got involved. Christian's role was basically to ward off Alberto Del Rio's minions. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. There was one point where Brodus Clay actually attacked Edge, and there was another point in the match where Alberto Del Rio hit an enziguri on Edge. He goes to pin him. Edge puts his foot on the bottom rope, but Ricardo Rodriguez comes along and pushes the foot off the bottom rope, but Alberto Del Rio didn't get the 3 count regardless, so that was basically a useless interference. And during the first couple of minutes of this match, Alberto Del Rio, he was really working on that left shoulder of Edge, anticipating, or maybe it was was it the left shoulder or the right? I don't know. It was one of the shoulders. He was working on the damn arm. That's my point. He was anticipating putting the cross arm breaker finisher on Edge, and I just love Alberto Del Rio's style. Like, he was anticipating putting that finisher on him, and he was starting off the match by working down that already injured shoulder of Edge, so that was great. Then there was the ending of the match came where he puts the cross armbar finisher on Edge, and Edge reverses that, gets a pin on Alberto Del Rio, doesn't get a 3 count. Then he puts Alberto in the sharpshooter, and Alberto counters that with an arm drag, and then once he gets up, he walks right into a spear. Edge hits him with it. He pins him 1, 2, 3. Match over and done with. Edge retains the World Heavyweight Championship, and after the match, him and Christian destroyed Alberto Del Rio's car. This match was pretty good. There was a lot of back and forth offense from both guys. A fast-paced match through and through. Really enjoyed the World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania. Next matchup, Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. Going into this match, I really enjoyed the build-up for it. I really thought that they had a chance to steal the show. Cody Rhodes, I think he's a diamond in the rough in WWE. He's nowhere near hitting his potential of what he could reach as a superstar. You know, this new character direction that he's gone in, this dark, sinister type character, I'm loving that. I think he's playing it, you know, effectively and, you know, awesomely, if that's I just created a word right there, but it fits the bill, because Cody Rhodes, I think he's great, and like I said, I thought they had a chance to steal the show. While it was a good match, they did not accomplish that feat. Some people may say that this match was boring. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'll say it was a solid match. It was good, but it wasn't thrilling enough. It wasn't, you know, exciting enough to warrant being on WrestleMania. And yeah, Cody Rhodes was impressive in this match, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But as far as Rey Mysterio goes, one thing that I try to look for at WrestleMania, as opposed to, you know, every other WWE event throughout the year, I try to look at superstars and see, are they stepping it up at WrestleMania? Like, I try to see what they're doing differently this night as opposed to the other 364 days out of the year. And to be honest, I did not see anything different with Rey Mysterio tonight. I didn't see him take it to the next level. I didn't see him put in 150% in this match. But Cody Rhodes, he was great. He was impressive. He hit this superplex on Rey Mysterio. That was a great moment. He got a lot of hang time off of that superplex. He was like delayed in that vertical position. That was great. And he also did this one spot where he countered Rey Mysterio's Hurricanrana into an Alabama Slam. That was great. Yeah, so the ending of this match comes with Rey Mysterio. Well, actually, Cody Rhodes took off Rey Mysterio's knee brace. He threw it outside of the ring, and then Rey Mysterio found a way to get Cody Rhodes' mask off his face. Rey Mysterio puts Cody Rhodes' mask on his face and starts attacking Cody Rhodes with it, with a couple of headbutts. And after one headbutt, Cody Rhodes rolls out of the ring, and Rey Mysterio goes for a suicide dive, what it looks like, but to no avail. Cody Rhodes picks up that knee brace and he smashes it into Rey Mysterio's face. He gets in the ring, hits him with the crossroads, pins him. 1, 2, 3, match over with. Cody Rhodes, your winner. I hope that this means that Cody Rhodes is, you know, making his way up the card in WWE. Like I said earlier, he's a diamond in the rough, and I do believe that his best days are ahead of him. This guy is, you know, great, and hopefully this is just the beginning of people realizing that greatness. Third match of the night was the Corre versus Big Show, Kane, Kofi Kingston, and Santino Marella. Now, to be honest, I didn't see the bulk of this match, and I really don't care because going into it, I didn't give a rat's ass about seeing this match at all. It actually kind of pissed me off a little bit because WWE, they put Kane and Wade Barrett in this match, and the reason why I bring up those two names and pair them together, these two guys have gotten some of the biggest pushes that we've recently seen in WWE. Here we have Kane. This dude was the most dominant world champion WWE's had in the last couple of years. He beat the Undertaker 3 times in a row on pay-per-view, and then now he's in the ring doing trumpet dance with Santino and stupid shit like that. And then we also had Wade Barrett. The announcers were pushing Nexus. The announcers were pushing Nexus as if it was the most dominant thing to ever hit WWE. They were saying this is the most powerful faction in WWE history. And this guy was the leader of all of that. He was the face of that Nexus movement. And now we have him in irrelevant ass matches that mean nothing whatsoever. And now as we actually get to WrestleMania to see how irrelevant the match is, it was only 2 minutes. 2 fucking minutes. My Easy Mac took longer time in the microwave than this fucking match did, and that's why I actually missed the match, because I was, you know, waiting on my Easy Mac to get done. And I heard, you know, while I was waiting at the microwave, because I do that, you know, during WWE pay-per-views when shit starts to get boring, I go make Easy Mac. That's a little tradition of mine. But yeah, so as the match is, you know, happening, I'm sitting at the microwave and I hear the bell in the background. So I run to the TV and I see a replay. The Big Show ends up knocking out Heath Slater, and the match was over with like 2 minutes. Like, this little portion of this review is probably gonna last longer than the fucking match did. Like, I don't even know what really why. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, really? I don't get this. But you know what? I'm moving on from this match. Didn't really care about it going into it. Damn sure don't care about it coming out. Next matchup, Randy Orton versus CM Punk. Going into this match, I was actually shocked that I was anticipating a Randy Orton match because, as some of you guys may know, I'm not much of a Randy Orton fan these days. But I felt that him in this feud with CM Punk, it's been pretty entertaining. Orton, he's kind of limited in his current character, but he played his role effectively in this feud, and I knew that CM Punk was going to be that one. If he paired up with Randy Orton, he was going to be that one because he's just so damn good that he would take Randy Orton to that next level. He would pull Randy Orton out of mediocrity and push him to succeed, and I was hoping that that would continue on through their match at WrestleMania, and that's exactly what happened. This ended up being a pretty good match. I felt that CM Punk outshined Randy Orton. He had the bulk of the offense in that match, but that added to the entertainment quality of this match. match, because I've criticized Randy Orton in the past before for wrestling as if he's still a heel, because he has this style where he dominates his opponents for the most part of the match, but that didn't happen tonight. CM Punk got the bulk of the offense in that match. At one point, he had Randy Orton's legs wrapped around the ring post, and he went to the outside of the ring, and he put like this modified figure 4 leg lock on Orton. He was working on that knee injury throughout the match with that submission and a lot of other submissions, and that knee injury actually came into play at one point. Orton went for the punt on CM Punk, but his knee gave in. He crashed down to the mat. CM Punk thought he was going to take, advantage of that moment, so he goes over, tries to attack Randy, but Randy tries to hit that surprise shock out of nowhere RKO on CM Punk, but CM Punk crawls out of it. He backs up, goes on the ring apron, then he tries to hit a springboard on Orton, but that's when Orton hits that surprise shock out of nowhere RKO, pins him. 1, 2, 3, match over and done with. Like I said, CM Punk, he was a star of this match, but of course Randy Orton gets the win in the end. And I know a lot of people saw that surprise RKO coming from a mile away, and that's exactly how the match ended. But yeah, these guys, they put on a good match. I've seen better from both of them, and I wish they would have stepped it up to an even higher level at this WrestleMania. But of course, they had to play into the whole little knee injury thing. But it still turned out to be a good match. And now the match that has defined a generation. The epic clash between two icons in the wrestling industry. Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler. Going into this match, I saw a lot of people that were outraged about two announcers competing in a WrestleMania match. I was one of the people that weren't too outraged about the match, but as I sat there and watched it and the match concluded, I realized what all of the outrage was about. Because this was a fucking train wreck. And not in a good LOL Jerry Springer type train wreck, but really a train wreck. This was totally not what I expected from this match. I didn't expect for WWE to actually take this match seriously. I thought Michael Cole was going to walk around like, yeah, I'm the big tough guy, while he had Jack Swagger fight his battles. That happened for a little bit out of the match, but this match was like 15 fucking minutes. 15 minutes, and then Michael Cole was actually attempting to try to wrestle. I won't say he was actually wrestling, I say he was attempting to try to wrestle. And it wasn't a good sight to see. This match went on for entirely too long, and I don't feel that Michael Cole got his just desserts. Like I said, that Michael Cole was being built up as this huge heel, and he was finally going to get his ass kicked at WrestleMania. Well, Jerry the King Lawler, it looked as if he did win the match, but the anonymous GM of Raw, he chimed in and said that Jerry Lawler got disqualified, and Michael Cole was going to be awarded the victory in this match. So I'm looking like, what the hell was this for? Like, Jerry Lawler, he was supposed to get his big WrestleMania moment. He was supposed to win a match after not having a WrestleMania match ever and being in the industry for decades, and Michael Cole was finally going to get his ass kicked, but none of that happened. And yeah, this match, I believe it was a waste. But we still got to see a Stone Cold Stunner or two. Yeah, we Josh Matthews and Booker T, they got Stone Cold Stunners, and we also got JR on the commentary table. So hey, the match wasn't all that well, but I guess I'll sit through that match if we, got a chance to hear JR on the commentary table. That's the only positive that came out of this whole damn thing. The next matchup was the one with the real icons that have defined a generation. Triple H versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 27, what should have been the main event. There are only two words to describe this match. Instant classic. He went on for about 30 minutes from minute 1 all the way up until the very last second of this match. It was fucking awesome. There were no handshakes, no stare downs, no face-offs at the beginning of the match. It was just offense straight out of the gate, them throwing blows at each other with some amazing action. Triple H out of this world in this match. The Undertaker was great too. There was one point where they were outside of the ring and the Undertaker was running up the steel steps. He lunges at Triple H. Triple H grabs him, does a spine buster on the announce table. That was awesome. There was another point in the match where Triple H rammed the Undertaker Undertaker through the coal mine. That was a great moment. There's no way that I can go over every spot in this match. There were just too many to name in this one video, but I highly recommend this match to you guys. If you did not see WrestleMania Live, you definitely need to buy the pay-per-view or buy a replay just to see this match. If you don't even want to see any other match on the card, you need to see Triple H versus The Undertaker. This match was wow. Like, my heart was jumping out of my chest, and the action was just so crazy because I was like sitting at home hundreds of miles away from Atlanta, Georgia in WrestleMania 27, and every spot in that match, every intense moment, I could like feel it at home. I'm like jumping and, you know, cringing and things. I'm like, oh my God, like, are they really doing these things at their age? And like, wow, this match was fucking awesome. Undertaker kicked out of 3 pedigrees, and I swear to you, that second pedigree, I thought it was over. I'm like, the streak, 18-1. The streak is fucking done. There's no way that The Undertaker is kicking out of that. And my heart kicked out of my chest at that moment. And I like jumped up from my fucking couch. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how did he do that? And wow, like, this match was amazing. There was one point in the match where Triple H, you know, he did the little, you know, it's over sign, like, Undertaker, rest in peace, you know, and he hit the tombstone on The Undertaker, and I'm like, oh man, that's it. It's over. It can't happen. Undertaker can't kick out of that. But once again, he kicks out, and The Undertaker looked so broken down and beaten in this match towards the end, and Triple H was, you know, hollering to him, stay down, stay down, stay down, like, why won't you die, just die. And The Undertaker, out of nowhere, he hits the Hell's Gate submission. He locks that in on Triple H. Triple H is fighting out of it. Triple H had the sledgehammer in the ring. It looked like Triple H was going to hit The Undertaker with the sledgehammer, get out of that, you know, get out of that submission, but he ended up tapping out, and the match was over with. Wow, what an amazing match. People have been asking me, do I believe it's a match of the year candidate? Hell no. It's not a match of the year candidate, because candidate would mean that it's a contest. And there's no contest whatsoever. This is match of the year, hands down. And it's already April. It's only April. And we have so many more months to go in this year, and nothing is going to top that. Like, it was such a fucking awesome match. And The Undertaker, he needed to be, you know, carried out of the arena. Maybe that was selling. Maybe it was, you know, him actually, you know, legit. It was actually, you know, legit. But he looked so beaten and broken down. And I've, like, it's been very few times that I've seen The Undertaker look like that. And wow, that match was wow. Like, it was so fucking amazing. And hats off to both of those guys, because they tore the house down. People are saying that they stole the show. They didn't really steal the show, because it was theirs from the beginning. Like, it was theirs from the beginning. Like, it was nobody else's for them to steal. So yeah, Triple H and The Undertaker, wow. And I know there are going to be some comparisons between this match and the ones that The Undertaker has had these last couple of years with The Undertaker. I don't even want to say something like, oh, well, you know, this match was good, but it wasn't better than so-and-so, because that's taken away from what these two guys did. Like, that was a 5-star match in and of itself. Like, you know, later on, if you want to talk about which match was better and what was better, we'll do that later on. But as far as right now, I'm giving them their 100% props for what they just did in Atlanta for WrestleMania 27, because they brought the house down. The match in between the two main events was next up. Trish Stratus, John Morrison, and Snooki from the Jersey Shore versus LayCool and Dolph Ziggler. Trish Stratus and Michelle McCool, they were in the match for the most part of it. John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler, they didn't even get tagged into the match, but there was one point where Dolph Ziggler was outside of the ring and John Morrison was on the ring apron, and he hit the Starship Pain on Dolph Ziggler. I wish they would have actually tagged into the match and we actually got to see a lot more action than what we saw from them, but this match wasn't even that long. Trish Stratus, she was in there with Michelle McCool. Trish Stratus looked good, the moves looked good, the body looked excellent, and yeah, so she tags in Snooki. The crowd was actually booing Snooki, but she comes into the ring, she hits like this back handspring into like the thump, kind of like what China used to do back in the day. And the crowd was booing her, like I said, when she got into the ring. But after she hit that move, even I was shocked, and a lot of the people there in attendance were shocked also when they actually started cheering her. So she won the crowd over. She gets a pin on Michelle McCool, pins her, match is over with. It was pretty short. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed, as I am, that we didn't get to see much from John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler. Actually, a lot of people were disappointed that they were even in this match at all. And I would, I would side with those people also. But this match was basically no harm, no foul. It wasn't much action here, but for what we were given, it was pretty cool to see. And the main event for WrestleMania 27 was the WWE Championship match, John Cena versus the champion, The Miz. And if I'm being honest, and you guys know I'm a big Miz fan, I don't even have to say that. I'm a huge Misfit, but this was not a good WrestleMania main event. And I also have to acknowledge that these guys had the deck stacked against them before the show even started, because so many more people were interested in what was going to go on with The Rock as it relates to the WWE Championship match, as opposed to the actual WWE Championship match itself. So they had the deck stacked against them straight from the gate. But that doesn't mean that the match should be booked like, oh, the crowd doesn't give a damn about the match, so we don't have to try to win them over. That's how I felt that this match was booked, and they could have done a lot more than what they actually did with the match. And I was kind of disappointed, coming out of it. I thought The Miz looked impressive during certain points in the match. Like, he added a couple more moves to his repertoire. I saw that he was trying to step it up as he was on the big stage of WrestleMania. And there was actually one point in the match where he kicked out of the Attitude Adjustment. That was a great moment, because I really thought that it was over at that point. I'm like, oh, Cena didn't hit the Attitude Adjustment. The end of The Miz's reign, it's about to come. But he kicked out of it, and that was a great moment for me. But as far as John Cena goes, I don't know what it was. I can't specifically say what it was, but I know something. I noticed something was off about John Cena in that match. Maybe he was legitimately hurt, or maybe he was just doing a horrible ass job of selling the beatdown that he was getting from The Miz, but something was off about him during that match. And I'm used to seeing John Cena rise to the occasion when it comes to WrestleMania. Step his game up a little bit, because he's known for, trying to put on a show. And I actually like John Cena when it comes to his storytelling in the ring. But for some reason, I just did not feel that big WrestleMania caliber feeling from John Cena tonight. And I don't know what that reason was, but I just did not feel it tonight. And yeah, so like I said, I was impressed with The Miz during some points in this match. He kicked out of the Attitude Adjustment, and John Cena actually kicked out of the skull-crushing finale, and he also prevailed after some Alex Riley interference. Alex Riley jumped into the ring while the ref was down. He hit John Cena in the head with that steel briefcase he carries around, and The Miz goes to pin John Cena as the ref is getting up. 1, 2 count, no 3 count, so the match goes on. Both guys find their way outside of the ring. John Cena clotheslines The Miz over a security barricade. Then he lunges at him and tackles him over another security barricade. Both guys fall down to the floor, around the audience. And at that point, the referee starts to count both of them out. The match is ended in what seems as if it's a double count out, but The Rock comes down to the ring. He's like, you know what, you guys are going by my rules, because I'm the host of WrestleMania, and I'm not letting the show end like this. So he restarts the match. No disqualification, no count out. Both guys get back into the ring. It looked like John Cena was about to win the match. He was getting the upper hand on The Miz, but he turns around. The Rock hits him with a rock bottom. The Miz covers John Cena, pins him. 1, 2, 3. The Miz retains the championship at WrestleMania 27. So all of you people that were saying The Miz was going to lose the championship, you were wrong once again. And to be honest, I actually thought he was going to lose the championship too, but I predicted that he was going to win. And I know some of you looking at me like, huh, what the hell do you mean? Well, I'm a big supporter of The Miz, and I'm like, if this ship is going down, I'm like the fucking captain. So if it goes down, I'm going down straight with it. This is like the fucking Titanic, and I'm the captain. So yeah, if I have to drown, hey, I guess that's what I have to do. But guess what? He won, and thank you so much, Rock, for helping The Miz retain the WWE Championship. I know I've said some, negative things about you in the past, but I completely take that back 100%, because you 100% redeemed yourself tonight. So anything you did in the past, you know what? Screw it. We're cool again, so thank you for that. But yeah, after the match. I don't know if I should be thanking him out because he kicked the Miz's ass too. He hit the Miz with a rock bot. No, he hit the Miz with a people's elbow. Yeah, he hit him with the people's elbow, and that's how we end the pay-per-view. John Cena outside of the ring, the Miz laying down flat on the mat, and The Rock, he's standing tall at the end. So this gets me pumped and hyped up about what's going to happen on the next episode of Monday Night Raw with this whole, you know, triangle of John Cena, The Rock, and The Miz. And as far as WrestleMania goes, I will say, my overall thoughts on WrestleMania. I'll give this show overall maybe like a, somewhere in the range of a 6.75. Yeah, I guess that's it. 6.75. That's somewhere down the middle. It's a little bit better than average, but when it comes to WrestleMania, the term average should not even be in anyone's vocabulary, because WWE, they love promoting WrestleMania as the grandest stage of them all, the biggest event of the year, the pinnacle of entertainment. They throw out all of these big terms and phrases for WrestleMania, setting the bar so high. And there shouldn't be average when it comes to WrestleMania, because it's either you meet those expectations or you fail. And to be honest, WWE, you kind of failed with this WrestleMania. I couldn't shake the feeling during this show that it didn't really feel like a big event. It didn't really feel WrestleMania caliber to me. There was a lot that went wrong with this event. We had a couple of good matches, a great match, excellent match with Triple H and The Undertaker. And without that match, this pay-per-view, speaking of the Titanic, yeah, this shit would have sunk. And this was one ship I was not staying on. But yeah, WrestleMania, it was, you know, a average pay-per-view. But like I said, when it comes to WrestleMania, you shouldn't be using terms like average. So WWE, you really need to step it up. So that's the end of my WrestleMania 27 review video. Thank you guys for watching and sharing your comments down in the comment section on the pay-per-view. Peace out.